Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne. Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne. All right, guys. So we have not made any content in a few days, and that's because I was a little under the weather. Snowstorm really took me out there for a second. But the show must go on. And because of this debacle, that we see in the trad, white supremacist, conservative space, I have to break it down. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to be talking about Elijah Schaffer. We're going to be talking about Sarah Stock. We're going to be talking about let's see. Oh, God. Let's see. Not comply with X creator monetization standards. Violation of X. Oh, wow. Sorry, I just got an update from X. Account has been permanently suspended from our creator revenue sharing program. Okay, so X permanently demonetized. That's crazy work. So they permanently demonetized me. That's one of the reasons why I can't go live, I guess. So yeah, they demonetized me permanently. They said I have hate, extremist content, insulting content with demeaning language. Ah, man, that's absolutely crazy considering all the white supremacist accounts that spew the N-word and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, I really don't give a fuck. Fuck X. Fuck Elon Musk, Epstein, pedophile ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get paid by that pedophile anyway. So we still monetize on YouTube. We rocking. But yeah. So let's talk about it. We have Elijah Schaffer, who is a white supremacist. He's also monetized on X. Go figure, as I get the boot from X. Elijah Schaffer monetized on X, and we got to talk about it. So he ultimately, damn, what the fuck did I just do? I think I just pressed the wrong button. Let's see. F10. Okay, I don't know what I just did, but okay, there we go. So Elijah Schaffer essentially was having an affair with Sarah Stock, and Sarah Stock is this trad influencer. So let me actually introduce you to these people. Oh my God, these are the same people who love to say, "Oh, well, black people are degenerate." This, and the third. Oh man. And now they're getting exposed, and we love to see it. So Elijah Schaffer here, he was actually exposed by Milo Yiannopoulos, the homosexual right wing. I guess he's a trad influencer too, but he's gay, so it kind of is. He's in a weird space there. But as you guys can see, he's really going hard on Indians right now. So this Indian publication essentially is eviscerating him. So we'll read this article from I believe the Indian Times or Times of India. It says, what happened to India hater, MAGA influencer Elijah Schaffer? Conspiracy theories abound over deleted posts on wife, aunt, and kids. MAGA influencer Elijah Schaffer threw X into a tizzy after he made several posts and then deleting some, triggering speculations that something is not right with him. Schaffer is known for his anti-India posts on X, but this time he posted something alarming about his wife and kids, only to delete them soon. Schaffer said his wife and kids have gone missing and someone planted drugs in his home to implicate him. Then Schaffer trained his gun directly at FBI and said FBI was trying to destroy him and kill him, calling himself a victim of serious targeted felony crime. Schaffer said his family was kidnapped and he was robbed and his gun was missing. He soon deleted the post, but the screenshots went viral, with commentators speculating that he probably deleted his whole family with the firearm he claims is stolen. Schaffer then issued a clarification that his wife divorced him and took the kids. He says, I'm sober, I'm sad, I have good support. Thank you for everyone supporting me during this rough season. I'll get through it, he wrote. So here are the deleted posts. And one woman was speculating that he deleted his own family. That is not the case. He was just, embarrassed that his wife left him, and then he tried to hurry up and file for divorce in Florida. So that's what happened. And his wife and kids left him. Mainly his wife took the kids, which is typical female behavior. Marriage is just not, it's just not the move in 2026. I mean, and I'm not saying this guy's a good guy at all. Obviously, he's a racist. He's, piece of shit, white supremacist type figure. Drunk. He's a gambler. He's, all these things. But even in that case, his wife was able to take the children. He has no recourse. Pretty much. So that's pretty bad as well. Let's see. Sorry, I got a text. So yeah, anyways, it says these are his deleted posts. I have horrible suspicion that Elijah Schaffer deleted his family, which isn't true. So we're not going to perpetuate that. But here are the posts right here. He definitely looks like he's going crazy. He says, I do not know where my wife and kids are, and I cannot get a hold of them. They are filed as missing persons. They have gone missing. Last enforcement confirms someone in my household set me up. They planted drugs and said I was a criminal. This will be a public trial by the FBI. I'm a victim of serious targeted felony crimes. I am not suicidal. They have kidnapped my family. They have stolen my money. I will bring justice. I need the public to know. I'm in Virginia. The government is aware. I believe the FBI is trying to destroy my life and kill me. And ultimately, what happened was he just had an affair with Sarah Stock. The wife found out, and now she is, leaving him. And that's what's happening. You know, in addition to his gambling addiction, his alcohol addiction, and his drug addiction. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Milo Yiannopoulos, or actually, let's introduce you to Sarah Stock really quick. Sarah Stock. Okay, so as you can see, Sarah Stock, she is a female conservative influencer. In her bio, Crisis King, America First, all that kind of stuff. 33 minutes ago, she said, a lot of what has been said about me is completely untrue. That being said, there are mistakes, unwise decisions I have made that I deeply regret. I apologize to everyone who has been scandalized by this. Please pray. Logging off now. I'm going to say, oh, it says who can reply. Well, I'm going to quote it and say, have you told your husband yet about how much of a slut you are? That's I'm just trying to get I'm just trying to get under these people's skin and go viral as well, because that's one thing that that's one thing that Elon can't take away from it, nigga. I'm booming on X, bro. My engagement is going fucking bananas. Oh my god, but this is absolutely hilarious. So let's see. They want you to believe that white people are solely responsible for stealing and colonizing America, but only black people and immigrants are credited with building America. So obviously, like, she's talking a whole bunch of divisive cash shit. And, you know, at the end of the day, people need to come together. We need to stop all this black and white shit. We literally have satanic PDF files running our country, and you over here talking about some goddamn black and white bullshit. But for the sake of this conversation, we are going to break it down to black and white, because that's what these people do. So these people love saying, oh, well, you know, black people are this, black people are that. Okay, well, I mean, it looks like y'all are just as degenerate. So we're going to look at this post right here of Sarah claiming that she is a virgin. And I told you guys, I already told you guys, bro, this is so hilarious. I broke down Erica Kirk and how she sold purity to Charlie Kirk. Now I'm breaking down Sarah Stock and how she sold purity to her husband, who I don't know like his name or anything like that. Obviously, she wasn't attracted to him. That's exactly why she was fucking Elijah Schaffer. But I do have an image of their marriage, and their marriage being quote unquote blessed by the newest, most recent pope, who has, you know, allegations of, I would say at the least, misconduct with the kiddos and not investigating very serious allegations coming from South America, I believe Guatemala, where he was some type of pastor coming up. There were some pastors or priests under him that were doing some naughty things with kids, as we know, coming out of the Catholic Church. So we're going to leave that there. But she had her marriage. Nevertheless, she had her marriage blessed by the Pope. And now this is what she's up to in selling purity to her husband. Let's watch.
Hi, I'm Sarah Stock. I'm 20. I'm from Newport Beach. I'm single. I've never had a long, serious relationship or anything. I've had like 2 pretty short relationships and a lot of first dates kind of thing.
How many first dates would you say you've had?
No idea, to be honest.
More than 10?
So she's been going on a hella dates, but she ain't fucked not one of them. Oh my God, this is cap. And Elijah Schaffer obviously was not her first, and her husband obviously was not her first, because when a woman gets drunk and has sex, this is obviously not going to be her first time. So she definitely has fucked before. And, you know, part of me wishes that there would be a segment of, hold up, are we good? Let me make sure we're good. It looks like my screen is frozen. Can y'all hear me though? Let me make sure we can, at least we still have audio. Hold up. Let's make sure we still got audio. Oh yeah, so y'all can hear me. So y'all can hear me, but the damn screen, what the fuck is going on? All right, let me refresh real quick. 1 second. All right, so I don't really know what happened, why my screen was frozen, but we got it back. All right, so essentially, she sold purity. She's saying, "Oh, I went on all these dates and all this kind of shit, and I didn't fuck now one of them." But obviously, we know that that is exactly what she was doing. She was getting around, and at the end of the day, like that's fine. But don't sit up here and try and sell purity to your husband. Don't sit up here and try and say, "Oh, well, my husband, my husband is my husband knows that I'm a virgin and I waited for him from." Like, dude, you literally was fucking Elijah Schaffer up until the day that you got married. It's insane work, bruh. It's insane work. So and she's saying that she stopped fucking him after after she got married, which I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. And we'll do it like that. But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Hi, I'm Sarah Stock. I'm 20. I'm from Newport Beach. I'm single. I've never had a long, serious relationship or anything. I've had like 2 pretty short relationships and a lot of first dates kind of thing.
How many first dates would you say you've had?
No idea, to be honest.
More than 10, more than 20, more than 30?
I don't know. Probably around 20 over my life.
Okay. What's the longest period of time that you've dated a guy?
Like 2.5, 3 months, I think.
Would you call it a situationship?
No.
Have you ever called somebody your boyfriend?
Yeah.
You're also religious, correct?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Are you waiting until marriage?
Yep.
Have you always waited till marriage?
Yes.
You both are virgins, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
No shame, just
Yeah.
okay.
Oh my God. Hold on, run it back. We have to see how she said it because that matters.
Is that correct?
Yes.
You both.
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Are you waiting until marriage?
Yep.
I'm a Christian waiting till marriage. Yep, she keeps leaning into the mic.
Have you always waited?
That's a nervous twitch, leaning into the mic. The mic, baby, the mic can hear you. You're fine. You don't have to lean into the mic every time you talk. The mic can hear you. Those are like $2,500 mics right there. So it's okay.
Until marriage?
Yes.
You both are.
Are you waiting till marriage? Yes. Yes. When a bitch giggles right after she says, bruh, she lying. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. You can bring the body language experts. You can do whatever the hell you want. When a bitch is giggling, when she's answering a question, yeah, bruh, it's cap.
Virgins, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So again, he says, so you both are virgins. Is that correct? This girl says, yeah. I don't believe her neither, just because she's sitting by her. And then Sarah says, yeah, and laughs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And notice how she looks at this other woman for validation to make sure, okay, I'm not the only virgin in here, right? Okay, yes, I'm a virgin. Leans in and then leans out.
No shame, just
Yeah.
okay,
Right
cool.
on.
I said yes.
What's your body count?
It's 8.
4.
I can give like a roundabout,
Sure.
like 120.
Damn.
120, okay.
4.
4.
8. 0.
0.
0.
Whoa.
That's
Okay.
a lot of virgins.
Jake.
Surrounded by purity here.
Yeah.
I feel it rubbing off on me. That's between me and the man upstairs.
So there you have it. She obviously lied about her virginity, which, it is what it is. Like that's what a bitch gonna do. I don't put it past them. I'm not really expecting any difference. The problem is she wasn't upfront with her husband. And now this poor soul This poor soul has to look at this online, had his marriage blessed by the Pope, and you know, she's looking at the Pope like, let's get this over with already. Let's lock it in. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me any questions. So she is obviously just, you know, lying out of her damn teeth. Shout out to Luna Frost in the chat from Kick. But she's lying straight through her teeth. Okay, he says he follows. Appreciate it. Lying straight through her teeth, and it's absolutely hilarious. So these trad, you know, people are just full of shit. They're full of shit. They love coming at Black people, African Americans. They love degrading other cultures, other races. But when it comes to their bullshit, when it comes to their dirty laundry, oh, well, it's all fine and dandy. Like, it's all cool. Like, honestly, is this a big deal? Like, in the grand scheme of things? Not really. But when you are out here, you know, presenting yourself one way and you are nothing like that in reality, that is where the problem lies. So let's get into the facts of the matter. Let's get into the expose. Let's break down what Milo Yiannopoulos has exposed of these people. So Milo goes on to say, I'm in touch with Elijah. I told him to get off the internet for a couple of weeks and go to rehab. And, you know, Milo is a known like homosexual. I mean, I guess I would say that he's like he's a snakish figure, I would say. You know, he like records people and exposes their dirty laundry. He's one of the guys who exposed that Nick Fuentes is gay, which he is gay. I don't give a fuck what y'all retarded ass groypers say. The nigga's gay. But he exposed that and all this shit. So, okay, I'm in touch with Elijah. I told him to get off the internet for a couple of weeks and go to rehab. It's better for everyone to just rip the Band-Aid off. So I'll share with you over the next few hours the info doing the rounds in private, or at least what I've been able to confirm. All right. So this is what he's typing to Elijah. All right. He said, I've seen a dossier someone put together, which Milo put the dossier together. I mean, this dude is definitely snaking Elijah here, but he says, I've seen the dossier someone put together. Everything is coming out. My advice is to check yourself into a facility sooner rather than later. There may be a life for you after this, but it's going to depend on being totally honest about all the details, and it's going to require sympathy. As far as I can see, drug addiction is the only card you have to play. If I were you, I would go out of my way to be generous and decent with the wife and kids. This cross-filing in other states for divorce is insultingly childish and stupid. Observers will be asking, haven't you put the poor bitch through enough? The investors don't matter. If they met you and still wrote you a check, that's on them. I'm sure it will be a while before you are ready to start putting your life back together. But when you are, I will help you. I've been trying to signal to you for the past year or so to cut the bullshit and talk to me. I was hoping everybody could avoid this. So, I mean, to me, Milo's definitely trying to insert himself into the center of this. He's definitely trying to be like a fake friend. I don't know the extent of their friendship. I'm not sure if they have a sexual relationship, probably, the way that he's texting him, but it seems like he's a little bitter on how their friendship ended. You may wish to be offline for the next week or two. He says, what do you mean? Cease and desisting people right now. But I got my car back, so that's good. And then Milo says, are you stupid? He says, what do you mean? He says, wait, just seeing the top of this. Hey, man, I'm going through some tough things. Can you help me here? What dossier? Shot you a call. And Milo responds, excuse me. He responds, your tweets have been so erratic and insane that people are asking if you killed your family. There's a dossier being circulated that reveals all the details about Rift's collapse, your drinking, substance abuse, the affair with Sarah Stock, treatment of your wife's sexual habits and perversions, alleged prostitution. Your wife filing for divorce and then you filing back in a different state so you can make out that you dumped her. It is safe to assume that everything about your life is about to hit the internet. Start again at the beginning of my text. Now that you know this, you won't take it, but my very strong advice is that you get off the internet for 2 weeks and check into rehab. And be very, very fucking nice to your wife. Whether or not you have a professional future at all depends on it. Nobody believes this horseshit you're posting about your car either. You got away with being a maniac for a while, but this bill is now due. You are a very poor liar. It is not your forte. You should find another profession, one in which you need the truth. Okay? Says, if your husband doesn't know, now is the time. I understand what you won't see it like this for a long, or that you won't see it like this for a long time. But as you can see from above, it is better that everyone that things come out in one burst today instead of metastasizing over weeks. Don't let him find out from somebody else. So we're going to read this thread here that Milo put together. He says, let's start with Sarah Stock. If your husband doesn't know, now is the time. I don't understand. I understand that you won't see it like this for a long time, but as you can see from the above, it is better for everyone that things come out in one burst today instead of metastasizing over weeks. Don't let him find out from somebody else. Okay, so that we already read that, but that was actually to Sarah. It says, in February 2025, Sarah Stock and Elijah Schaffer began sleeping together. The affair ended on the day she got engaged about 6 months later. In that time, they experienced multiple pregnancy scares. It is alleged by one former acquaintance that Sarah got at least one abortion. Stock and Schaffer had sex on the day they met at the CPAC conference. So first night lay. Does that sound like a conservative version to you, man? Ain't no conservative version fucking on the first night, bro. Ain't no trad, Christian, conservative, whatever, fucking on the first night. So obviously she was not a virgin when she married her husband, and she was not a virgin before she had sex with Elijah. In recordings of Stock confessing the affair, she claims large amounts of alcohol were involved. They told each other they loved one another. Elijah told her he was thinking of leaving his wife for her. Stock's husband has met Schaffer many times, but did not know about their sexual relationship when he proposed. In this recording, Stock can be heard admitting to the affair, adding that she does not plan to tell her husband about it. So let's listen to this recording. Somebody recorded this, I guess, without her knowledge. So we're going to listen and break it down.
Take any accountability at all because, like, it obviously was my fault too. What happened between us, but even that was like not like, I don't know. I felt like it was like he got me like very intoxicated. Like I don't even like remember most of it, and I was even like thinking back because it was like at CPAC the 2 nights. You're there, and the second night I was like breaking out in like a rash, and so he's like, oh, like get some Benadryl, it'll help with the rash. And like now I'm thinking back, and it's like that's probably why I like blacked out, because he like intentionally gave me Benadryl and like fed me a bunch of shots and stuff. And like obviously it's like stupid on my part to like go along with that, you know, but at the same time it's like he obviously like knew what he was doing.
So he had it in his mind. Benadryl, what? Like, does that just make it increases like the toxicity or something? Like, gets you really screwed up?
Yeah, like mixing like a drug like that with alcohol.
When was what was this? CPAC?
That was when I very first met him in February.
Where was?
So it is pretty quiet. It's a quiet recording, and if I turn it up, it's gonna interfere with my mic. So basically, she's saying they had sex at CPAC. She's saying it was a lot of alcohol involved in some Benadryl. She said in some Benadryl involved. So she's saying the Benadryl assisted in her intoxication.
CPAC. I don't even remember this. Oh,
DC.
oh, that was in DC. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Benadryl for a breakout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's crazy. Yeah, he is. I know how.
Once again, like I'm
So again, this is a form of retroactively withdrawing consent. So even your trad wife, conservative, pro-male, influencers who say, oh, well, women shouldn't retroactively withdraw consent or women should be accountable and all this kind of shit. They're just like pick me LARPers, all this kind of stuff. That's why it's cringe. That's why I did the expose on Blair. What was her name? The bitch who we exposed in the last stream. What's her name? Blair Bishop. That's why I did the expose on her as well, because like these hoes just be lying, bro. It's straight up. They just be lying about everything, bro. Like everything that comes out their mouth is some cap.
saying like I'm not saying I don't like have any fault in that. Like it like definitely like ate me up for like a long time.
Yeah.
I feel very bad about it still.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Damn. Yeah, it's tough. And I mean, I don't know how you feel about the guy now, but it's like it's probably worse that you like the more that you learn about him and know who he really is, it probably makes the whole thing worse a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What is?
I mean, I just don't want anything to do with him. Like
I get you. I totally get you. What did he say about his family? Like, because obviously he has like a family and kids. What was his excuse with that though? Like, how would he justify that?
he was like, oh, my wife doesn't care. She lets me run free or whatever. She doesn't care as long as I like take such good care of her, and she just lets me be a man and like do what I want and blah blah blah. Like he was like saying that stuff. Yeah.
Says like the wife doesn't care. Wow.
Yeah.
So he has an open relationship, huh? That's crazy.
Which I mean.
And obviously his wife definitely cared. But it took some time. It took hard evidence. It took, it took a lot of pain and just repeated offenses for his wife to finally get up and leave him.
Did you ever question that, or like?
I was like, that's definitely not. Like, I like realized that's not true.
Right.
But also like.
But even if it was or wasn't true, it doesn't matter. Sarah Stock didn't give a fuck. She was openly willing to fuck this man, whether his wife cared or not, whether his wife allowed him to or not. It didn't matter for her when it came to getting with Elijah Schaffer, because he is her actual type. And this is what I keep telling you guys. These women are not marrying their type. They're marrying beta guys that they are going to be able to run over and do whatever the fuck they want to do behind their back.
At the time, like, it seemed like, I don't know, just like the way he acted and everyone acted around him and the things he would say around girls, it almost like seemed like that was true. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
And like, obviously, like, I deeply regret that, but also like, I'm not a slut. Like, I mean, that's like a horrible thing, but it's not like I really am like sleeping around or have been. So.
Yeah, so she's saying, oh, well, it's not like I'm sleeping around or have been. It was just a one-off. And according to Milo, it wasn't a one-off. They had been sexually, intimate since pretty much, since I guess they've been sexually intimate since February of 2025, and then up until she actually ended up leaving leaving Elijah and getting with her husband. So she was actually having sex with Elijah while she was engaged, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to defend yourself.
It's kind of, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's kind of just like not even true for like anyone who knows me. So
Yeah, I mean, you just had a fling with Elijah, and that's, I don't know. I guess he got upset about it. And he's just exaggerating. Yeah. I mean, did you? I guess you're not gonna tell anyone, huh? Or I guess I was gonna ask, like, would you tell your husband? I guess this is before your husband.
So he's asking if she would tell her husband, and let's see what she says.
Right?
yeah, no, we weren't engaged.
So y'all weren't engaged. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
But no, I'm not telling anyone.
Yeah. Okay.
And like,
So if y'all weren't engaged, then why wouldn't you tell him?
I was like I said, like very intoxicated.
Well,
So
he said like it was a couple times, like you were traveling around and like maybe in DC and New York and stuff like that. I'm not trying to.
no.
So she's capping. And then Milo also attached not take accountability at all, because like it obviously was my fault too, what happened between us, but even he transcribed it. Even that was like not like, I don't know. I felt like it was like he got me like very intoxicated. Like I don't even like remember. I mean, and these are the same people who call black people illiterate. I mean, what the fuck? Loss of it. And I was even like thinking back, because it was like at CPAC the 2 nights you're there, and the second night I was like breaking out in like a rash, and so he's like, oh, like get some Benadryl, it'll help with the rash. And like now I'm thinking back, and it's like that's probably why I like blacked out, because he like intentionally gave me Benadryl and like sent me a bunch of shots and stuff. And like obviously it's like stupid on my part to go along with that, you know. So it looks like she was trying to absolve herself of any wrongdoing, skirt accountability, excuse me, in a way. Stock alleges that Schaffer got me like very intoxicated, and that she does not remember all the events of the evening. She adds that he gave her Benadryl ostensibly for a rash, but perhaps also to get her further intoxicated. She drank a bunch of shots and blacked out. Schaffer constantly questioned Stock's faith at the time, as or so several former employees allege. Masquerading as an Orthodox Christian himself, wearing oversized religious jewelry. When he met Stock's husband, Schaffer kissed him on the forehead in the manner of a priest. Elijah Schaffer's affair with Sarah Stock will come as a surprise to some observers, many of whom are convinced that Schaffer is, or at least was, gay. Others regard him as a cookie-cutter drunk and womanizer. Both groups are correct. Schaffer says he had a twink phase before he got married. A twink is a slender, young homosexual male who enjoys being aggressively anally penetrated by an older, active, usually more muscular partner. This period seems to coincide with Schaffer's time as a youth pastor. A little known fact about Schaffer is that he attended church with and grew up around Benny Johnson, who is also has gay allegations, at whose house Schaffer attended sleepovers while they both attended Calvary Chapel. Schaffer left the church in a hurry when he was discovered having sex with another man. Despite his own past, one of Schaffer's favorite subjects is Nick Fuentes' homosexuality, a subject Schaffer returns to again and again, according to Sarah Stock, who comments in this second recording on how much shit Elijah talks about Fuentes in private. So here we go.
Nick for clout while bringing on one of his enemies or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Beardson did a little bit of a stream and talked a lot of shit about Elijah for saying like, oh, like I feel like he's constantly like subtweeting the Groypers and like trying to talk shit about Groypers without saying anything directly. But it's like kind of weird because even Beardson was like, yeah, like I like Elijah though. Like I don't have a reason to like dislike him, but like this needs to stop. Like it's cringe. I don't know. He was kind of like in the middle like that. So and Beardson didn't even have like any of the examples where Elijah said like so much worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he wasn't even aware of us.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if even Beardson did a whole stream about this, he didn't seem to like. He barely knew anything about it. So I just kind of feel like most of them. I don't know.
I guess
I was
it's.
thinking like if Nick knew like how much shit Elijah's talked about him, like Elijah will go around like telling people Nick's gay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like said that before in like a room. Be like, yeah, I mean like I think it's definitely true that he is, you know, gay or whatever, but he has his own things. Just like he's like totally said that before.
Huh. Because I'm saying like those things make me. I don't want to believe Nick's gay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how I feel, but those things like
Nigga, it's obvious. I don't want to believe that Nick's gay. These dudes are fucking delusional. It's obvious that Nick Fuentes is gay, dude. Come on.
those clues that Elijah's leaving and always these comments, and then the fact that like Nick doesn't just crush him when he like counter signals or whatever. It's like I just feel like does he know something? Like what does Elijah have that he's allowed to exist this long? Because and maybe you're right, nobody's just paying attention, but
No,
some of the
like,
tweets
personally,
like
I just think that like no one's paid attention to Elijah and they don't care what he says about it.
so then
Like,
why
just, like,
why does he want to go around saying he's gay? Like why would he say that?
because he talks shit because he's jealous of Nick. He's extremely jealous of him.
Yeah.
It's like obvious. Like he's like talks so much shit about Nick for no reason.
Why? Why do you think he's jealous?
Because Nick's way more popular
Yeah.
and he's on his generational run.
Wow.
And then like Elijah will say things like, well, you know, Nick is like he's better at doing a show than me, but I'm the one who's like way better at running a business. Like he doesn't know how to run a business.
Bruh.
Like he says all these like copes basically because he sees himself as in competition with him, and then he would get like so jealous when like I obviously like would say like no, like Nick's like the leader of the movement. Like he like literally like, crashed out because I said to him that like oh like Nick's the leader of the movement, you're not or something.
Now that's starting to make a little more sense because I couldn't understand like where there was this switch where he was like condemning anybody in the company that was like liked Nick or watched his clips or was like even just like mildly supportive. He's like, you're either on my side or Nick's side, and they were crashing about you and Mike and anybody else that whatever. And then they were trying to say like, you're a groyper too. You're like to me, and I was like, no, I mean he's just right about stuff. I don't even watch his stuff, but like whenever I see his stuff, like he is right and he's better than you. Like that's just like a fact. But it was like you're either on my side or his side. And now it makes more sense. Like if you had said that to him, I can understand why he would have got even more jealous. That makes okay. That now that makes more sense about the crash out. Cause I remember confronting him one time and be like, dude, aren't you friends with this guy? Like, why do you keep this up? You know, like every show was like a dig, like, yeah, but they're all like incels and, you know, none of them are white and they're not Chads like me. It was like every time. And I was like, why do you care so much?
There was like a while, I mean, I haven't even watched this show in a long time, but like the last time I was watching it or I would like check in, every single time it's just seething about and like, no, it was totally like, he was like genuinely, like I don't think there was any other time he was like genuinely mad at me, but when I said that, I think he was just like, it was when like, it was after SAS and Kevin Pasovic came on the show and then we all went out to dinner. And then I was kind of like trying to convince Kevin to be like a groyper.
Yeah.
Basically, because he was asking me these questions about Nick. And I'm thinking like, dude, if we can convince like Kevin to be based in Red Pill, then maybe he can like convince his brother. Like I'm thinking like that way, right?
Yeah.
And And so I'm just like telling him, like, no, that's not true about Nick. This is like what really happened or whatever. And I'm like trying to explain things to him. And then Elijah's like butting into our conversation, being like, oh no, but like Nick is like, he's probably gay, I think. And like, yeah. And like, just like, you know, saying all stuff. And then so I'm just like defending Nick. And then Elijah gets all mad. He's like, oh, why are you defending him so hard? You act like he's your boyfriend. Like you have a crush on him. He's like genuinely like upset at me.
Whoa.
And then that made me kind of mad. I'm like, basically I like told him to like humble himself. I'm like, sorry, like Nick's the leader of the movement. Like no one even knows what Rift TV is. Like I think I like said something like that. Like I'm not saying we don't have like a part to play or anything, but like don't pretend like you have more influence than him.
Yeah.
And then because that's what he was trying to claim, is that like he has no real influence or something. Like he clearly has like way more influence. He has like all these loyal followers, and like a lot of them are infiltrated, and like I know them.
He has a ton of influence. It's just like, it's undeniable. Even if you hate him, it's undeniable. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And then he was like denying this and whatever. And then after, he was like genuinely kind of mad at me. And the next day, he like sat me down, gave me a talk about like bad mouthing the company in front of people who aren't in it or something.
Yeah.
So there you have it. You know, just a little gossip. I mean, it's surface level shit, but obviously the bitch, she fucked Elijah, and now she's talking shit about him. By the way, I confirm that Schaffer's wife and children are safe. There are too many examples of outrageous hypocrisy to list, but here's the kind of thing Stock was posting online while she was near weekly and for 6 months cheating on her boyfriend with Elijah Schaffer. It is not known whether she insisted her husband wait for marriage. And then, so here's, I am officially Catholic. So as you guys can see, it says, actually, that's not quite true. We do know if she made him wait. She did because Sarah Stock's husband believed he was marrying a virgin. That's what she told him, or at least allowed him to believe. What we don't know is how she explained not being intact on the big night. Vigorous horse riding has been known to claim the hymeneal integrity of teen girls, though this is less common than women like to suggest. Elijah Schaffer's drinking, drug taking, and extramarital affairs have been relentless for the duration of his marriage, a union hastily arranged once he decided to pursue a conservative media career. One thing hasn't changed from Schaffer's days as a youth pastor. He still likes things shoved up his bum. His fetish for pegging is sufficiently well known that it has been disclosed repeatedly, including by influencer Brittany Venti, who is also I guess she's a mixed racist bitch, I guess. Schaffer owns an own electric dildo, which he has which he has taken with him on vacations to El Salvador and other places. On these trips, he hires and brags about hiring female prostitutes, but spends much of their time together being anally mechanically penetrated by hookers. That's fucking insane. Schaffer is on a cocktail of both illegal and prescription drugs, including peptides and accelerants. He has been blacking out from excessive alcohol consumption in combination with these chemicals multiple days per week for years, as he confesses in his third recording. And remember, these are the same people who continue to say, oh, black people are degenerate. Okay, well, what the fuck do you got going on? I don't know no nigga who's doing this type of shit he on.
And I'll just say, I'll just say this. I can't make you admit anything, say anything, but I will admit that I am playing a role in this, and that I am that it is immature, and that it should be dealt with differently. And I will also admit, outside of work, that my personal life, I'm having a hard time. And I'm trying to like figure it out. But obviously, I am stressed, and I'm not dealing with it the way I should be, and I'm not. And it's not always that I'm up till 12. Like oftentimes, it's the same thing. If I don't drink, then I can't sleep. I can't sleep more than an hour. I'm tossing. I fall asleep at 6, and it's like it may look like I was drinking the same thing or not. Do I drink sometimes and too much? Absolutely. I consider myself more of like having a binge problem. Or even if it is only a couple times in a week, it's like I'll black out or whatever, and so that is problematic. and I'll just say it. I'm gonna admit. I'll just say.
All right, so he's just admitting that he gets blackout drunk and all this other shit. Out of respect for Schaffer's soon-to-be ex-wife and for the sake of his children, I'm not reproducing messages between the Schaffers. Suffice it to say that Elijah's conduct as husband and father has been derelict, frightening, and neglectful in the extreme. After years of infidelity, insensible, drunken rants, abuse, and even being falsely implicated in felonies, Schaffer's wife filed for divorce in Texas in January. Worried about his manly public image, Schaffer filed in Florida so he could pretend he had instigated the divorce. So there you have it. Schaffer faces a messy divorce made more difficult because he is flat broke. He raised money for a new endeavor, Rift TV, at a $5 million valuation, including one investment of over $250,000. But that money is already gone, as are the staff. Rift is insolvent, heading for bankruptcy. As I write to you, dozens of stories about his private modus operandi are flooding in. They are all the same: aggressive essay, profligate spending, vast quantities of drugs and alcohol, and at the end of the night, a foreign object in Elijah Schaffer's rectal canal. It says, here's my Elijah 2 story. And, all these are allegations. I'm not really, I mean, it would actually benefit me to say, oh, yeah, Elijah is a rapist and all this kind of stuff. I don't like the guy, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to throw no allegations, unsubstantiated allegations, but we'll read it either way. After an event we hosted with Elijah, he went out drinking with attendees. He flirted with college girls the entire time and only took a brief break to FaceTime his wife. He was very drunk. The next day, one girl from that night told me that Elijah had put his hands in her pants. When she told him no multiple times, he also tried to make her touch him. After she pushed back and told him no multiple times, he eventually stopped. She didn't want me to make a big deal out of it, but I was pretty upset and stopped working with Elijah. Elijah claimed he did coke on a bong. I have no clue if that is even possible. And at one of the dive bars, I saw him go into a bathroom with literally 10 college girls who were doing coke. So he's a cokehead, drug addict, alcoholic, all that stuff. Later today, I'll share what it was like to work for Rift TV and the vindictive ways Schaffer retaliated against those who either tried to help him or who spoke out about the workplace he made them endure. Oh, and that BMW, he left it unlocked with the keys inside more soon. So he left it unlocked with the keys inside. I told you this nigga got his own BMW stolen and then tried to blame black people. So they're just calling out Sarah. That's the whole thread right there. But again, these people are like white supremacists, influencers, and all this kind of stuff. So it kind of serves them right to be exposed in this way. Let's see. I think I got another image of Sarah Stock and her husband. So let me show you guys this. So as you can see, people done green lined it up. They did the green light thing, so she's leading away from him. That's, I mean, it's just funny. But yeah, her husband is definitely going through it right now. And this is, I mean, it goes to many theories in the red vitamin. One being the work wife theory, and work husband theory. I mean, there's just so many different angles we could go at this with. But that's pretty much all the information that we have on Elijah Schaffer and his little debacle right now. And there's some more hypocrisy from Sarah Stock that Rollo Tomasi has highlighted. It says, this is from another conservative influencer. She says, Sarah Stock once told me it's easy to not have sex outside of marriage. And then this woman, Lana Del Rey Nationalist, says, You can't have a society that expects people to get married but places a barrier on any sex outside of marriage. Casual sex is terrible, byproduct of the sexual revolution, but having relationships that leads to marriage would be very difficult without sex. Sarah Stock says it's actually not hard. People have been doing it for forever, and she can't even live up to that. So she's definitely a hypocrite. It's absolutely hilarious. She's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. And none of this like deflecting and blaming black people for your problems is going to change that. People are memeing it up. They're saying which way. So they're saying which way, Mary or Elijah Schaffer or her husband. And then somebody says marry or fuck. And she did both. So this is the kind of games that a lot of these modern women are playing. They completely are able to, misrepresent themselves to their husbands. They're completely able to LARP as a trad wife and finesse any man who is just not red pill aware. This is exactly why we need the red pill, because her husband actually is the victim in all of this. So is Elijah Schaffer's wife. And if her husband was red pill aware, he would have been able to see the signs. He would have been able to see that her virtue signaling and selling purity was a grift. But unfortunately, he is being completely eviscerated all over the internet. And, it's absolutely hilarious to watch. I'm definitely laughing and dancing on their proverbial internet career grave. And I mean, that's exactly what they get for spreading the divisive, disrespectful, racist content that they do. Sarah, not so much, I guess, but Elijah Schaffer for sure. Very racist dude. Talks a whole bunch of shit about black people, and his own closet has skeletons in it. So I appreciate everybody who joined the stream. It wasn't a quote unquote poppin' stream, especially since I'm coming back from a slight illness. But at the end of the day, it's going to be entertaining. The replay value is going to go crazy. So I implore you to share this with your friends and any other people who think that they're wifing up a conservative, Catholic, Orthodox, whatever the fuck you want to call it, girl. Because it's completely it's just completely not what it seems to be. But you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send relationship request to the email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp and paying ties, man. Y'all need to be in my freaking name with the BS. You already know.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.